Hello everyone, welcome back to October 2024 Devlog. It's been a, it feels like it's been a long time since I recorded, but it's been a month. I do them every month. So this one's gonna be an interesting one for how I'm gonna actually showcase stuff because the goal was to basically do the Phantom update. Um, I've explained this in my Devlog 0, the big one I edited a few months ago. If you haven't seen that, it's basically, in the game, it's going to be 5 species. So right now, if you play the demo, the alpha, there's just the default plant species, where you get it's a succulent form like this, the mushroom, he was following me, I don't know where he went, oh, he's right there. Mushroom form, and then like there's the default form that like Power Gary is over here. So that's the plant species, and every species comes with colors, their own patterns, eyes, so like here's the default eyes, and then what else? Oh, a sheen too. So far it's just been the plant. However, the goal of this month was actually to add the phantoms. I had a vote on Patreon of like what should I do first, the fairy, the phantom. So phantom is the equivalent of like the dark, and fairy is the equivalent of hero. And there's 2 more, obviously, if you've counted. I have not announced what those will be yet. Hopefully I keep those a secret until like release. Just because it's like I want to leave some stuff that people don't know about. But yeah, so Phantoms won the vote, so I did that one first. So that, again, came with the base form and then 4 other forms they can turn into. And then I kind of finished the colors. So you can see some of the colors, like this guy was orange before. But I'm using orange for a different species now, or at least that shade of orange. So, hello. So, what was I saying? Oh, orange. And so now I put plant, this one back to just brown. That's what it originally was. And now that there's more colors in the game, I figured that's fine to do that now. Eventually, there's 100 colors in the game that they can be, so for primary, secondary, and eye. So like you'll see them all eventually. I did the phantom species. So I'll go into the saga room real quick. The one I wanted to show a new feature I added, it's not related to that at all, is you can hold down the command or snap button now. And Parfait will whistle, and they'll run to you. Just so happened at the exact time he went to see his friend. But you can like spam it over and over to just like really make sure everyone comes to you. So they stopped, it's like 10 seconds, and then they'll eventually kind of run at you. Yeah, so everyone's following me now. It's a good way to kind of get everyone to you. If you come in with the garden with like a bunch of snacks, you can kind of call everyone to you. They don't actually follow you, so if I went into the competition center right now, none of these guys would be with me. I actually have to do a legit snap at them for them to actually follow me. But yeah, that's a cool little feature, the whistle. Let's go in to here. Oh yeah, you can see a new add these little frame-by-frame animations made by a great artist. I'm gonna put them in the description down below as well, just so if you want to check them out, you can. But they'll be making more future. So if I go in here, we have a new saga. Let me put this guy down. So this was the last 2 we had. I'll make icons for these. And then now we have the Beast Star. So there's 4 Beast Stars in the game for the 4 other species. And this is basically, if you beat this saga, you will unlock a sapling. You'll get like basically put back into your garden a sapling that is that species, if you have room. You will unlock the map, the final map that it takes place on, and then also the phantom species will like be unleashed into the world. So basically, after you beat, you're not going to see them immediately, but over time, over the next month or 2 in game, you'll start to see them more and more in the forest, and in competitions, at the adoption center. So it's like slowly they'll be introduced, and phantoms can only be found at night as well in the forest. So if I go here, this one's pretty easy. The phantom and fairy, I'm aiming to make not impossible, but take a couple hours to do. So it's an E rank race, a D rank race, and a C rank race. And I wanted to make, or a brawl. I wanted to make them forgot I made all these lava milk. You'll see why. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I want these to be relatively easy to get, just because I want people to play with the other species. Because that other species introduces a lot more cool things with mashing. Because each species comes with 20 colors, and you can pass those colors on, so you can have the default Bobo with purple, even though purple is not in the plant species, by mashing them. And that same thing happens with the bobbers, the little floaty bits, the eyes. You can pass those around, and then the sheens, which I'll show too. But yeah, so there's these three. As you can see, this third one is blocked out. I kind of want to lock certain maps so you can like work towards something, and it gives it kind of a cool feel that there's like a locked map that you can unlock. But basically, when you beat this one, this map will now unlock a bunch of trials. So back over here, if I go in here, back to my keyboard, you can see a bunch of locked competitions down here that will unlock basically once you do that map. So next, let's fast forward time a bit, and I'll show what it looks like once phantoms are in the world. All right, fetch some numbers in the editor, so I can basically show what it looks like when you can go find phantom at night. So let me hop in here. That's a good one. We got this little guy. He's the default phantom species, so that was just, they always be found default. And then you can, pick and choose what snacks you give them for their first evolution. They'll turn into the actual one. All right, and I thought I'd show you 2 of the forms that you can have. There are 3 more. If you're part of the buds on Patreon, you've seen all of them. I do spoiler tag them in case people don't want to see and they want to be surprised in the game. But I figured a good compromise would be just you can see 2 of them here, and then if you want to see them, you can join. But otherwise, just wait for the final game, and you'll be able to play there. Yeah, I think part of this, the charm of these kind of games, is like experiencing the new forms and stuff like that yourself. So I don't want to just spoil everything. And I know some people will just, even if they don't want to be spoiled, they'll still look at it because they can't. Because I do that too. So if I can, I want to, pick and choose what I show. These are 2 forms. So this is the base form, as you know. And here is another form. I call it the ghoul. It's kind of like this witch hat looking thing. Is a little ghost up top. And then, yeah, the basic form has a little mohawk type thing. And here's just some phantom patterns and phantom colors you can see, then their eyes as well. And then here's the sheen. So if you want to see what it looks like without the sheen, the phantom can unlock glow, which basically makes their secondary color glow. So that glows in the dark as well. The skybox. I mean, it's not nighttime right now, so it's not as noticeable. I mean, it obviously is noticeable, but it's really cool at night when they're like really bright. Yeah, so here's kind of what those 2 look like, and we can show real quick. Ages up, some cool type of things that this basic one can turn into at an S tier. All right, now I'm going to show this, but I'm going to warn you, this is spoilers for the map. So I did show this on Twitter and Blue Sky and everything, so it's not full on, but this is the map that is the final map in the saga, the Beast Star saga, and this is the one you unlock for other trials. So this, you only see this for the first time when you play it. Otherwise it's blacked out. So if you don't want to see it, don't look. But if you do, I'll show it real quick and show a little race and a new mechanic that I created. So let's jump in. So this is called Sunsap Farms, is the name of this map. And the Beastar is kind of mainly focused on strength and stamina. So I have this new, so this is the new Sunset Farms, like lava cave map. And we have this new mechanic called rock carry, and this is just a new obstacle. I forgot you had a gun. A new obstacle that basically the Bobos pick up a rock and run with it, and this tests your strength. So run, swim, acceleration, climb, jump are all debuffed basically based on your strength stat. So if you had a full-on 1,000 points in strength, then you'll be running, power gear will be running the exact same speed as it usually is. But if you have half strength, like 5,000 points, yes, 10,000, yeah, 10,000 is full, 5,000, then he would be half the speed, which is I think that's where he's at right now. So I think it's just a cool thing because it's testing your strength, but it's also still requiring you to have good other stats as well. They dropped it like right on that line. But yeah, so that's Sunset Farms. A little taste of what that looks like. Power gear stop, and yeah, new mechanic with rock here I thought was a fun little addition. But other than that, yeah, that should be it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support so far. I gained a lot of new followers on Blue Sky, which was great. Turn down the sound. And yeah, I've just been working away. That was kind of just like the Phantom update, so that's most of the month was just making all the new patterns, the new colors, and everything like that. And next month I have a little bit more, like less focused in terms of like it's not just Phantoms, but I'm going to be working on the cell phone. So Parfait will have a little flip phone that will allow you a bunch of things, and I'll share those at a later date. But like one of them would be like your Bobo contact list, so you can call other Bobos to you wherever you are. So it's kind of like I like the idea of physically placing the Bobo in the competition center, but I get that that's annoying if you forget the Bobo you wanted. So the phone allows you to just really quick pick that Bobo and it'll just be dropped off like right behind you, basically. It's like that's pretty much like magic, but I think it's a good way to, get them to you really quickly so you don't have to run back to the garden. So I want to do a bunch of other stuff too, but cell phone, one other secret thing, and then gonna go back to the town a bit and probably design the accessory shop, and then I'm gonna introduce basically it's like a training facility. I'm gonna have a name for it. I'll wait till I release that name, but it's kind of like a camp, like an overnight camp. It's the equivalent of the kindergarten, so you'll be able to place your Bobo there overnight, and they'll learn a new skill, and then you can see what skill they'll be learning like outside. So yeah, that's kind of the main goals for this next month. We'll see if I get all that done. It's a lot, but yeah, thank you so much again. Please play the alpha if you have not already. Please share the alpha with friends. I don't know how long it's going to stay up. I'll most likely leave the alpha up. I'll upload it somewhere if I take it off of Steam, but at some point I'll probably take it off of Steam just because it's already so outdated, but the more time passes on, it's going to be more and more outdated. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, and see you next month.